Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this second in our series of specific subjects for retailers that deal with WIDDOP & Co. as part of our Look on the Bright Side launch event. We've now been 3 full weeks into our launch event, and this is the 4th of our actual webinars that we'll be doing throughout this event over the course of September and October. Really excited to be here again to talk to you a little bit about what WIDDOP & Co. is doing as a company to support you, our retail customers, especially in the jewellery sector, as you are working through these unprecedented times like we are, to do more for your customers and to have more innovative new products and support that goes with that in this crazy and important autumn-winter season. Thank you for taking the time out, for those of you here live with me this afternoon, to join us today. And for those of you watching back online, as we know that's where we see most of you afterwards, thank you for sparing your time, all of you, for joining us, for learning more about our company, what we're doing, and how we can support you. But we know you're inundated with people who are bombarding you with new ways and means of seeing their products at this crazy time. So we're very grateful that you would take the time to join us and find out more about WIDDOP & Co. and what we can do in this time to support you. So we'll get started. Today's webinar is all about jewelers and jewelry stores. A really important sector to WIDDOP, has been ever since our founding in 1883 by my great-great-grandfather. The jewelry sector, the jeweler department store sector of our company, has historically been so critical to us and remains so now. And I know over the years, as I've been in the business, our product range that we have that suits jewelers has changed a lot. We don't make so much as a company in the UK anymore, that's for sure, but we know that there is an incredibly important sector there that we want to support. Some of our biggest customers and our smallest customers are jewelers, and we know that this sector right now, in this critical time for the UK retail industry, is very important too. So we want to kind of start afresh, to use this opportunity to share again with you what we're doing as a business, what we have on offer to support our jeweler retailers at this time, and specifically the products that we have that suit the trends that are relevant for those people at this time. With that in mind, today's webinar will focus on the same things that I've covered with most of our sectors, actually, about retailtainment, about product trends in the market post-lockdown and with COVID, but they're really going to hone in on things that make them relevant to jewelers. Now, many customers have said over these weeks, whilst they really appreciate these webinars, there's a lot of theory, there's a lot of content in here, there's a lot of things that can be done, but that in practice are very hard to do in the current climate that we're in, both in terms of expenditure and also just making a change that's relevant to that business. We're well aware of that. I want to help you. We want to help you. We're here as a company with both product and services behind that to make sure that we're backing up what we're showing and supporting here with actual things that are meaningful and can be done. So with that in mind, let's dig into the content this week. If those of you who joined my webinars earlier in the summer with the Giftware Association will have seen this chart many times before. I presented it every week for 9 weeks. This really covers the 8 key pieces of a strategy for retailing post-lockdown in the current COVID situation and going forward once COVID, whenever that may be, is all over and we're moved on. With that in mind, I want to just cover what these mean and what they mean in terms of the jewelry sector. Being a responsible retailer, well, this has been something that's been talked about in the jeweler sector for a long time, whether it's the sourcing of ethical diamonds or specific metals and how they're found around the world. Being a responsible retailer goes further than just the environmental impact and the sustainability impact, which are both very important subjects right now, but it's all about making sure that you as a business take responsibility for the impact that your company has on the consumers you sell to and the environment around you and the supply chain that you buy from. And being a responsible retailer, which is a term created by Accenture, is all about creating a stance that you stand up for in every decision you have to make. Embracing social media, very different topic to the first one, but still very important in this climate. People are finding out more about products, whether it's jewelry or otherwise, utilizing social media for more than ever in our history. Becoming multi-channel. This is a really important one. What historically would have been a bricks and mortar store as the flagship retail outlet for a company, now it can still be the flagship, but it needs to be part of a multi-channel offering that incorporates online sales, whether that's through a third party like Amazon or not on the high street, or through your own website. The next one is really important to me. I talk about this a lot in the context of our showroom and what we're doing as we bring our showroom out on the road as a road show in a few weeks' time, but also as we support what we're doing in the showroom with actual POS packs. Creating service, experience, and theatre in a bricks and mortar store is the critical part of getting people coming back to the store. It just can't compete with online in terms of price or the ability to deliver on the same day. So service, experience, and theatre is what makes the store an attractive place for millennials and Gen Z customers in particular, but for new types of customers shopping in new ways to come back out of their home and to spend time in your retail outlet. Safe, hygienic retailing, well, it's an obvious one. We're all doing this more than ever now, and that's whether that's wearing a mask or hand sanitizing or providing those things to your customers. It's a critical part of making sure people feel safe, the very basic level of Maslow's hierarchy. Before they can have any service, experience, and theatre, they need to feel safe. Whether you're a jewelry store or a department store or a garden centre, all of this is still relevant. Socializing for key events. Jewelry stores have been doing this for years. You know, you are absolutely dominated and rely on by the wedding sector and by people who are looking for wedding rings and engagement rings. And that is just one tiny event in the context of what goes on in the year of the world. Socializing your store around those events doesn't just mean providing product for them, but it also means providing something around it, an event in your store to get people to come in, a members event, or providing a free gift, or just socializing people in your business at the time of those key event purchases being made. Personal development and mental health. Really precious one. One very important to me, again, as part of my team, as we're trying to come back out of the other side of COVID, making sure everyone is growing, developing, feels comfortable in their role, knows what they're doing, and especially in a customer-facing role, such as a retail outlet, making sure your staff are happy and that they're serving people with a smile. And finally, product trends. It's what we all focus on in this crazy and important autumn winter season. We need to make sure we've all got product that is relevant, that is trend led, that's commercial, and that makes sure your store is at the forefront of people's mind for what they need in this season. The key premise behind everything I've said, I've used this quote so many times in the summer, that Henry Ford used to say, if you do what you've always done, you will get what you've always got. But that is no longer the case. If you continue to do what you've always done, this outlet of post-COVID retailing in the consumer terms means that you will no longer be able to survive. Change is going faster than ever. Trends that we've noticed for years that were happening are getting sped up. And everybody has to react quickly and nimbly and with support from people like us as your suppliers to make sure that you are on the forefront of what the consumers are looking for right now. So as scary as it is, the thought of not surviving, WIDDOP wants to be here to support you, because the past is different to what we are living in now in the present. And every piece of the post-COVID-19 change puzzle requires a mindset now focused on experience. As Selfridges there talks about joyful experience, epitomizing the service, experience, and theatre of your brand, not someone else's brand, but what you do differently that makes people come back for you. In the age of COVID-19, millennials and Gen Zs still will prefer bricks and mortar stores according to surveys, but their expectations of what those bricks and mortar stores do for them are higher than ever. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're a jeweler or a department store or a card shop, that expectation level has been risen across the board. 78% of this group want experience over the material element that they're buying. And that experience requires you to create something different for them that's compelling in your business. The rest of these people in the consumer landscape outside of millennials and Gen Z are not absent either. Consumer spending on experience has increased by 70% since 1987. And whether it's drive-in movie theaters, as we've seen happen throughout the summer, to live events, concerts, and festivals. All these things are people's mindset around what they want to go out of their home to do. And whether you're a retail store or a drive-in movie theater, you still have to make sure that your consumers feel important. But post-COVID, no one has the time, the money, or the resources to invest more in this than ever before. So we require well-crafted brand experiences that are focused on what your business does best, that connects your consumers in more meaningful ways and moves them like never before into an emotive response to why they choose your business over someone else. It's a complicated, a difficult thing to create, but retailtainment takes the concepts that we've known and loved for so long. On the left, utilizing range launches, sales, limited editions, celebrities and influencers in store, demonstrations and freebies, discounts, promotions, all these things we've done for years in a bit part way, but linking it together, not only with the events that are on the right here, from Christmas down to National Zombie Month, which may be very niche, but it's still got an appeal for a specific sector that if you do it right, you can win. When these two things are combined with the concept of experiential retailing, then in store you can create something that's never been done before and that makes people keep coming back. What I want to talk about is how to combine these three things together, and where WIDDOP can help support you to make that happen at a time where you don't have the resources to invest on your own. So when I talk about the retailtainment and experiential retail, I'm talking about things that go around the product. Product is important. It's the most important thing you have in your business. But the service, the experience, the theatre of the retail environment you create is what will trigger an emotive, inspiring response that provokes a transaction both now and in the future. And what we're seeing as a result of COVID is the acceleration of powerful trends, personalization, experiential retail. But the one trend that we don't talk about or haven't seen very much is that actually the independent retailer, but people that are the most critical to our business over our 140 years, those businesses are set to see a revival from COVID as people are back in their community more than ever and they're going to their local stores. So whether you're an independent jeweler or a national jeweler, experiential retail will be critical in whichever part of the country, countryside or city that you're in. You need to create something, whether it's through services, experience or theatre in your business to drive people to your website even, or more importantly, to your bricks and mortar store. What does this actually mean? Services are the things that enhance the actual products, whether that is personalization, branded gift box packaging, ready-making hampers, personal shopping for people, late opening hours, collections, delivery, drop shipping. These are things that take the existing products you have and enhance them in some way. Experience is about making the shopping experience, the time that they spend with you in your retail environment, memorable, hospitable. Offer coffee, a free coffee to customers. Buy an espresso machine instead of giving so much discount away or sales all the time. Give comfortable furniture for people to sit in whilst they're waiting. Offer loyalty cards. Do live demonstrations on how to plan the perfect wedding in your jewelry store. Whatever it takes, the entertainment, the food, the brand depth, getting the people like us that provide the brands to you to come and demonstrate them. Do try before you buys, offer stock availability or trials on products. Whatever it is that makes people spend more time with you and makes it memorable for them to shop with you is what the experience is all about. And finally, the theatre. This isn't obviously about putting on a performance, but it's about building a set. Making your retail environment feel like a theatrical set, ripping out the windows and starting from scratch regularly so that every time someone goes by on an average of 6 weeks or 8 weeks, your store looks completely different. They've not recognized what they're seeing in the window and it draws them to come in and have another look. By using props, signage, getting rid of clutter and starting from scratch with an area of the store that's seasonal driven, so it's either being replaced with Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, back to school, teacher, whatever it may be, even National Zombie Month maybe. All these things in theatrical terms make people stop and pay attention. But before you do the theatre, you've got to get the basics right first. 2 of these images are ones that I've used in every presentation, and 2 are from jewelers that I have visited and comp shopped around the country myself. The 2 that are from a card shop actually are the ones on the very left and the ones second in from the right. These images show the basics of what we must not do in retailing. Poor presentation, clutter, mess, blocking displays, and the one on the far left is a back-to-school teacher display. There's no signage, there's nothing compelling to make you want to stop there and look at it, and there's stuff on the floor underneath the display. It certainly doesn't tell the person who's walked into the store, and that's the first thing they see, that this is the place for them to shop back to school. The third picture along the one second in from the right, this shows by blocking displays, by not even having the product to fill it and filling it properly, that actually you're wasting the opportunity to do something compelling in your store. The 2 pictures from Jeweler's Shop here show exactly why I talk about when I say buy into brand stories. Don't just buy bits and bobs from lots of people. and curate your own mix, you need to buy deeper into fewer brand stories, represent them well in the window, and don't have gaps like that picture shows here. Get the essentials in place, the lighting, the heat, the friendly staff. Make sure your hospitality is up to scratch, keeping it clean, tidy, and accessible, but obviously knowing that innovation is not the same as being outlandish. You know your customers better than anybody else, and they know that if they come to you, what to expect. But surprising them with pleasant surprises that are right for them is very, very important. So WIDDOP can help you in many ways, whether it's supporting you on being a responsible retailer. We have 80% of our supply chain has audits at BSCI or SEDEX and SME to standard. Providing videos, gifts, and mood shots to support you on social media or on your online presence. Providing images, stock information by live CSV file, descriptions, or other content that you need to put your business online quickly. Providing you with POS, displays, props, visual merchandising kit like never before to make sure that the product is supported in your window, whether that's providing you the fixture itself, which we can do for your windows, or we can provide signage and backdrops and little tent cards. All of these things are possible to support you in making that brand story compelling for someone who's not yet come into the store. Sealed boxes, CDUs, no MOQ. We can help you to make sure your store is safe, hygienic, and suited to the environment we're now in. We can obviously help you with seasonal socializing around events. Christmas has become a £2.5 million business at wholesale for WIDDOP in the last 5 years. And whether it's Mother's Day, Christmas, Father's Day, back to school, we have something for all events. We sell it early so that you can buy in at the stock level you need, and we can support you with POS and displays throughout all of these seasons to create social occasions in your business around them. And personal development. These webinars, other events, the roadshow we're bringing on the southwest and southeast of the UK in the next few weeks will be all things to help you get out of the store, spend some time gaining personal development, knowledge, and experience about what you want to do next. And then finally, the product. We launch 4,000 new items every year across our 24 brands. This year, while still be an exception to the quantity, the quality of what we're doing is more researched, more analysed, more curated than it's ever been before. And so what does that mean? This autumn winter, we are putting on the Look on the Bright Side product launch, an event designed specifically for this season, with 700 new products, 14 key launches, and 5 interactive channels for you to engage with us. Those channels of digital content, which we've launched through WIDDOP & Co Map, which I'll show you in a second, is an incredible way to access all of that content you need to support your purchase. The digital events like this one will run all the way through to our ECRM event on October the 20th. Our roadshow, as I've just said, will be on the road for 2 weeks from September the 28th, and our showroom is open now, and it's been so incredible to see so many customers taking the time, and very valuable time, to come and spend it with us and to learn more about the products, and all of them have found it very invaluable and safe while being with us. Underneath this is the 5th channel, the product, the promotions, and the marketing toolkit that we have now that's available for every retailer, whether you're a jeweler or otherwise, to support you in making that story sing in your business for this autumn winter. And so WIDDOP & Co Map is our digital content platform. It stands for our marketing asset portal. It is live now, and for all of our new launches, the 14 launches, the 700 products, we have on there gifts, posters, social media posts, catalogs, both priced and unpriced, all of the content you need, from videos to the posters and mood shots to the visual merchandising guides. Everything is on WIDDOP & Co Map for our new launches, and this will expand over the autumn so that by spring, all of our brands have everything you need to support you with your launch. But specifically to jewelers, I want to talk about the products, the things that we're doing on products and marketing that will support you with trends, brands, and ranges in this autumn winter, the things in our range that are relevant for you, so you don't have to fish through all 8,000 of our items and you focused on the things that are most pertinent. So what are the trends? I've talked about these throughout the summer, and you could say that many of these are not relevant to you as a jeweler store, but I completely disagree. Actually, it's about taking the trend and picking a piece of it that's relevant and offering it as an additional service alongside what your core offering is to make sure that the trend is still applied in your business. So you could say immediately, card and social stationery sales have boomed as anti-technology solutions have grown this summer. How could that be relevant to a jeweler store? Well, if anyone's coming into a jeweler's to buy a gift, then why can you not also sell them a limited selection of cards that match and accompany that gift? It's easy to do. Card companies, I know loads and loads of them are offering really great deals, and they're desperate also for your business. Picking a few key trend-led things that are relevant for this time is a really nice way of adding a bolt-on few pounds of sale on top of your existing item you're going to sell. Gift bags too could be done in the same way as the cards. End of isolation humor. Well, good and bad jokes isn't something you'd expect to find typically in a jeweler's store, but the product that's being talking about life after lockdown can be applied, whether it's personalization onto products or the ability of people to buy things that is fun and light after a period of such intensity and doom and gloom. Rainbows on everything. Well, your jewelers, there's so much jewelry out there, and I know so many companies in our industry that would love to sell you jewelry that covers the rainbow trend, that also supports charities like the NHS Charities Together program. Gifts for the heroes, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers. Just because you're a jeweler's, again, doesn't mean you can't have something for these people. It won't be cookies like I'm showing here, but it will be something else, a piece of jewelry or a watch, or even an incentive for those people to come into your business, a discount or a free coffee or a free gift, something that you're doing to make those people feel important. A whole new product category. Well, why would you expect a jeweler's to sell hand sanitizer or face masks or other personal hygiene products? Again, you wouldn't. But if someone's coming to your business and they're taking the time there, offering these things with your own branded message on for them to take away is an important category that we all need to acknowledge in this climate. Anti-technology gifts, board games, puzzles have seen a 200% increase in sales during lockdown, and this will continue into the autumn. There is no reason as part of a men's or ladies gift offering that I see that a jeweler could not offer some games of a nice quality and nice packaging for presentation as part of their men's and ladies gift offering. And the characters, the shows that have got people through this time, such as the things like Tiger King or Disney Plus's content like Lady and the Tramp or Mulan. All of these characters are becoming close to people's hearts in a way never seen before. My 2-year-old children have been watching Disney animations from the 1940s that we would never have been able to access up until Disney Plus was launched. These characters are dear to people's hearts, and to find products that is relevant to jewelers with them on is very, very straightforward, actually. And finally, home-based hobbies and interests, from sewing and craft to baking and gardening. Again, you wouldn't sell baking products in a jeweler's, but you can definitely sell stuff that accompanies a baking product or that appeals in the form of the experience you offer to those people to come into your business. So, knowing you and knowing your customers is the critical part. And at WIDDOP, what we do when we're designing every one range or every one brand in our portfolio is we use 2 triangles. The one on the left to define the level at which this brand or range is pitching. Now, you could say, because you're a jeweler and you sell diamonds and jewelry, that you're typically pitching at the top of this triangle. That may well be true, but not all jewelry is sold in tens of thousands of pounds increments. And so you may be a jeweler store that is not servicing the halo and best customers. You may be down at the better and good, and that's fine too. The width of the triangle denotes the volume of the prize and the number of people there. So on the left is the level at which the brand or the range you choose is pitching. On the right is the styling. And so you could have a halo trend product or a halo humor product. There is markets for all of these things. What you need to do is work out where you focus as a business and find the products and the way to reach those consumers in those areas. We create this for every range that we do, whether it's baby or wedding products, birthday or friends and family product. We map every single brand to the specific level at which it's pitching to make sure there's no overlap, and so that I can tell you on calls like this one, which are the ones that are relevant for you. But once you've done that, you need to know as a business what you're doing as well. Jewelers, I've taken this very crudely and broken down into 6 categories. As a jeweler's business, these are what I would say are the 6 key categories of product that you will have in your business. And as you can see here, the 2 on the left are ones where WIDDOP doesn't really touch. But whilst they may generate a lot of your value of sales, the dwell time, the service, the experience, the theatre, the things that get people in to come back to buy the jewelry are the things on the right. And WIDDOP services everything up to that dotted line. And if you map it onto halo, best, better, and good, WIDDOP has something for everybody. The ones in grey, the 7 out of the 11 that we have for this autumn winter, brand new product in. The ones in black, the other 4 here are ones where our brands are still very important, but we typically do the launches for those products in the spring, not the autumn. So we have 7 great portfolios of products to show you right now, either in our showroom or at the roadshow, or the things I'm going to highlight here in the presentation that we want to spend some time talking to you about. We'd love for you to come and see us. As I said, we've built a very safe environment here at WIDDOP HQ, and we're coming down to the southwest and southeast to see people in person. You can spend the time to learn these products, to find out more about them, and to see the new things that I'm about to show you. When you map your business against these, I'm certain that WIDDOP will have something to specifically fit your need, and we're going to support you with the POS, the gifts, the stuff that is in the background typically that will help you make it more compelling in this crazy season. So, as a business, you must first focus on the innovation in your core department. Well, obviously, that would be jewelry, timepieces, and watches and things like that that you've been doing for years, probably since your business was founded. But you can add service, experience, and theatre to those core departments as well, such as personalization, to make them more compelling right now. Then add on occasion gift and more supporting product, whether it is the greeting cards or the gift bags or the other things in your window that drive traffic in this season. Then add on impulse purchases, the accompanying price-led items that people will bolt onto their sale that drives up your turnover and your margin. Add on functional items. Things with a function are obviously very, very important. We've seen jewelers recently start buying into candles in our range and other functional items, but photo frames is our biggest category of functional item. And the great thing about photo frames and other functional pieces is that once people like it, they keep coming back to you for more of it. Once they're looking for a new room or a new trend, or they've simply used up the thing that they bought before. So functional items with an everyday offer that keeps people coming back to you is a critical layer on the top of your retailtainment offer. And finally, the brand-led stories, dipping into those famous brands that are underrepresented where you are based and that you can therefore utilize to draw traffic to the rest of your business. And Disney is the best example of that. So in autumn-winter 2020, the must-haves in the WIDDOP portfolio are as follows. Let's start with men's gift. Men's gift is a critical part of an offering for a jeweler's gift and store. And we have 2 key parts of our Harvey Makin brand. Harvey Makin has 8 different ranges inside it, but there are 2 must-have parts for this autumn. The first, as I've said, to hit on that trend of board games is our Harvey's board games. Beautifully packaged, beautifully presented, fantastic quality, great price points, a fun single story of items. There's only 24 to choose from. You can create a little story in your window of a game offering for this autumn winter. Fantastic gift collection as part of Harvey Makin. And secondly, commercially priced, well presented, those impulse purchase men's gift that would be bought alongside the more expensive clocks, watches and jewelry. Things like the multi-tool pen, the RFID wallet, smaller pickup gifts. And you'll notice here that these come in CDUs. You don't have to have the CDU just because we're offering it you, but you're getting a really great selection of well-packaged, well-presented items there that will still look great in your window, in or out of the CDU. More specifically with Harvey's board games, I just want to touch on this a little bit further. This has become a really, really great remedy to the isolation boredom we've all had, but it'll be also great stocking fillers for this Christmas. So whether it's jigsaw puzzles or the board games themselves, we have something from marbles to vintage games. Everything in this range is tested properly, is in beautiful packaging, and it's a great specific trend-led gift collection that will tag alongside your men's gift offering for this winter. Secondly, I want to talk about Disney. Disney is a massive brand for WIDDOP. It has become that for 20 years now in our portfolio. We had a brief hiatus in around about 2010, but now in WIDDOP, we offer 6 main stories of product, and we're targeting over the next 3 years, 58% growth on these categories in our business. To put some context around that, as a result of COVID, our turnover as a company this year is down by a roughly 25%, but our Disney turnover is up as a business on 2019. And that's because these key characters, these key stories remain a critical part of what people are searching for, especially if you're going to have an online business. If you can do this well in your window and tie it up with something online as well, and do demonstrations and offers and members discounts or whatever it may be to draw people in and buy this stuff from you, then you will have these people keep coming back for new and repeat stories time after time after time. So we offer classic collectibles, we offer baby and infant gift, Christmas gift, nursery decor, home decor, and sentiment gift. We cover all the bases of giftware in Disney, and we have 10 stories for you to buy into right now. I'm going to touch on a new one, the 11th story, in a second, and show you how the POS and supporting materials could be for you in your business. But these 10 stories you see on the screen here are all a massive part of what WIDDOP does. And whether you're selling to the princesses or the baby customers with magical beginnings, or as you'll see in the bottom right there, what's coming up in the future for Mother's Day, we have something here to tag alongside the specific focus of your business at the right price point. Our Disney products all comes at better or best, and it's all in great packaging. We designed this to fit the market around jewelers. In fact, it was a discussion with a jewelry store that got us to take the Disney license back in 2012. So, Tinkerbell, the 11th story. And to tell you a little bit more about that, I'd like to just show you a quick video. Tinkerbell is a classic, timeless story. That video you've just watched is an example of the type of content we are creating now to give to you, our retailers, to support you in putting it out in store and telling that story with something that catches the corner of the eye as it moves on the screen as the people are walking by. This content is a great example of something we've created for all of our new launches that you can utilize. And Tinkerbell, as a classic example, is one where there's so much story to tell, whether it's sets like the one you see here on the right that you can create in your window with simple logs and bags of moss. Tinkerbell is a story that's worth a timeless telling in your business. It's an everyday range that will last year round. And what we've created here at $5.99 to £30 retail price points is something that covers every base. So we have money banks in there, little trinket boxes, but also, as you'll see in the middle, the birthstone series with crystals on it so that people come back for the birthday that they're buying for. Moving on. Sophia is the equivalent to Harvey Makin for our ladies gift brand. It's a massive collection for us, nearly has 1,000 products in it, but there are 3 key parts that all have new items in for this autumn winter that are relevant for you. The first is Objet d'Art, a business in itself, could actually stand alone as a brand at WIDDOP, and it's a very, very critical part of what we do. These hand-blown, beautifully original, unique glass ornaments are something that's done so well for WIDDOP over the years, and we have a great new offering coming with a display solution in Objet d'Art for this autumn. Sophia, core collection of Sophia, covers everything from jewelry boxes to manicure sets. There is a fantastic, stable, everyday range of evergreen product that you could buy into, such as the jewelry box you see on the screen here, that will fill your section of your store for ladies' gifts year round, and you just keep refreshing it from the WIDDOP offering. And then finally on the right, Serenity. Serenity is our new wellness range inside Sophia. It covers home fragrance, but it also covers stunning ladies' giftware that sits alongside it. For the first time, we haven't seen a collection like this before. It's built around the trends that we all need to do more of post-lockdown, from relaxation and calm and pausing for a little while. And the product in it is very well priced and would sit as, again, a beautiful story in the window. So, Objet d'Art, firstly. As I said, stunning, hand-blown. If you don't know these ornaments, they're brilliant mugs eyeful. They're a great handful of weight to carry and to gift. And we now are bringing out a new collection called the Miniatures by Objet d'Art. The Miniatures comes in the same gift box packaging as before, the Silkline gift box, but these on average retail for $7.99. So they're a smaller price point, especially at a time when people are looking for more affordable but value-driven gift as well. We're offering the Perspex lit up turning display cabinet as well for free for people who buy into Objet d'Art significantly, and it's a great solution for these on the top of your cabinets in your store to break up the eye line. The light that reflects through these glass ornaments is incredible, so they're again a great attraction for people to come into the store. There are 19 of the miniatures available already, and this range will extend again into the spring. The second one that I wanted to pick out outside of that core offering that's there year round is Serenity. Serenity is brand new for us. It comes on the back of a year with stress, pressure and anxiety like never before. And it comes on the back of trends such as Hygge and Fika from Scandinavia, trends of mindfulness that started with the colouring in books of years gone by, but that now can be translated onto product for giftware for relaxation, revival and calm. Working with a UK fragrance house, EFF, we have developed 3 of our own fragrances for this autumn that will apply across soy wax candles, reed diffusers and room sprays. So they're a sustainable product in sustainably created packaging and retailing from £15 to £20. But as I said already, accompanying this is a stunning range of giftware too, for revival sets to little charm key rings to little crystals that you put in your pocket to help you with your health and wellness. With price points from £4 to £10, these could again be packaged up, as I talked about earlier, into a wellness hamper, a great gift item to sell in the run up to Christmas in a jeweller's or any store for that matter. Hestia. Hestia is our home brand. You wouldn't normally expect me to be talking on a jeweller's webinar about our home brand, but Hestia now incorporates for the first time a fantastic seasonal rotation, a beautiful quality, home-led but giftable product that can stand alone as a story and that can attract a higher price point of gifting in a window or in the store. We have 2 parts of Hestia that I particularly want to pick out for this autumn. The first is the core classic range, blingy, covered in crystals, glitter, and designed to bling in a window. It is a fantastic home collection that covers everything from trinket boxes and jewelry boxes to jewelry hangers, jewelry trays, and clocks. All the core components of a jeweller's offering, but not necessarily from a homeware brand historically. And then secondly, to go alongside that, houseware items being turned into more of a giftable barware, men's accessory or ladies accessory type item is where Ice and Slice comes in. These gin glasses, which has obviously been a massive trend for 2 or 3 years now, are a great alternative to simply offering a crystal glassware product. They're novelty, they're focused on trend, and they will this autumn incorporate for the first time new formats outside of gin. As you'll see from our customer that's posted about these online already, they've become a bestseller very, very quickly, despite a quality problem with one batch that we've had this summer. And we're, for the autumn, excited to bring out whiskey glasses and decanters, highballs, pina coladas, Prosecco glasses, margaritas, Aperol, and martini. All of these ordinarily, you'd say, don't really sit within a jeweler, but they've got great packaging, and alongside a men's gift and ladies gift offering, they form a really great giftable solution for this Christmas. Frames. Frames is a simple category to talk about for us. It's our biggest. We sell 2 million pieces per year. And inside our Impressions brand, we offer good, better, and best product. So whether you're looking for something at the halo or best level, elegance is our offering. And we have some great new elegant suites that have been applied for this spring. Everything comes in that beautiful handmade gift box with tissue paper and the seal for the box. And it's a really great giftable offering in photo frames. Impressions is the core. Again, we've got some fantastic new silver plated suites and other materials from resin to wood that will allow you to bring this functional home item into your business. But why I'm saying this specifically today is because, as you'll see from the article in the bottom right now, simply selling a photo frame will no longer be good enough. Offering a print service where you allow the customer to print their picture with you in store, you put it in their frame and they take the frame home with the print inside will be the standard expectation of an in-store business going forward. Going to Boots to print your pictures, going to the store to buy your frame, actually offering this great service free of charge, utilizing a photo printer in the back of your store is a great way to drive that service and experience and upsell more products around the photo frame. Similarly, we're not forgetting the core category that WIDDOP knows so well. Clocks has been our business since 1883, And our two main brands that we have for the autumn with new products in both have some fantastic pieces for jewelers that can sell alongside your watches and other timepieces, and that cover that classic timeless look through William WIDDOP at the better, best and halo, and home time at the good, better and best level. We have some really great contemporary options, some new miniature clocks, some great German-made Hermle clocks that you can see in there too. These two brands are the key to offering everything you need alongside watches for timepieces. You don't need loads and loads of clocks, and WIDDOP isn't bringing out loads and loads of clocks either. But what we're offering is something for everybody, something that continues to provide that solution, especially at a time when home decor and DIY has been such a big trend in the UK, and people are looking for these things to accessorize their newly decorated homes. So that is it in terms of the new product for now, but we're also now excited to pre-sell our 2021 Mother's Day product, which is on Sunday, the 14th of March. As I said earlier, it seems a long way away, and heck, there is a lot of stuff to happen in the retail world between now and Mother's Day next year. And we need to support you with that first and foremost. But making sure you start socializing your business in 2021 around these events, hosting a Mother's Day event in store with free food and drinks, a discount voucher or discount code, whatever it takes to get people in starts now, because you can buy into our product now and guarantee your stock. We are launching 10 specific Mother's Day collections for 2021 across our brands, whether it's cheerful at the good level in celebrations, or it's the range you see on the right here, which is our peaches and cream range inside Sophia. We have everything from bath and body products to hand sanitizers, from diffusers to jewelry boxes. Everything that you'll need is split across these 10 brands and the offering that's available for them on Mother's Day 2021. A good example would be our aromatherapy company brand. This is doing really, really well for us as a business. It's not something ordinarily you'd expect to see in a jeweler, but the packaging and presentation makes this very, very suited to that market. This range here, which is called Bloom, incorporates the actual flower petals into the wax of the candle. And as a result, with the packaging you can see here, it's a really compelling story for a spring Mother's Day offering. The sleeve you see here with the title on it also comes off. So once Mother's Day is over, or pre-Mother's Day, you can offer this to people as an alternative product. We'll be extending this range in 2021, and in Mother's Day generally. There is so much great new product to choose from, whether it is that peaches and cream range or the aromatherapy company range. We have something at every level: halo, good, better and best. And this catalog that you can see here on the left is available now for you to choose the brand new items for 2021's Mother's Day, to get your order in now by September the 30th to guarantee delivery. And if you are looking for something earlier than that, you can choose from our best sellers from 2020 that will continue into 21, and the stock will be available much earlier on. This catalog is available now too, so accompanying the two in one set will allow you to create a very compelling story to start to socialize your business around in 2021 for Mother's Day. That's it for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us on this webinar. If you could go to www.widdop.co.uk Brightside Show, you'll find out more information about all of the launches you've seen today and have access to WIDDOP & Co map. And you can also register for more of our webinars, for our showroom or for our roadshow. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I'll be back next week with a webinar specifically for gift shops. But in the meantime, if you do want to watch this back, the recording will be live later today. Thanks so much again, and we will see you in person soon.